Important alert. Your name is on a property deed. This person is my dear child. If you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says there is a moment in every soul's life when heaven shouts louder than the voices of fear, distraction, betrayal, and manipulation. That moment is now. This is not a message written by man. This is a divine order sealed by urgency and sent through Archangel Michael himself. Archangel Michael says it's an emergency. I order you to open this now. Your name, yes, your name is written in a place someone is trying very hard to erase. This is a spiritual matter. This is a legal matter in the heavenly realm. And soon it will unfold in the physical. Your name is on a property deed and someone is trying everything to wipe it off as if you were never there. But God says that will not happen. Not under my watch. Not while you are reading this. Not while your spirit is still alive and breathing my power. You are not supposed to know this yet, but heaven intervened. You were supposed to be blindsided. You were supposed to wake up one day and learn you were legally removed from something that belongs to you. They thought you wouldn't notice. They thought your silence was weakness. But I, the Lord your God, declare your silence was protection. Your peace was power. You didn't know what they were planning, but I did. And now I am exposing it all before it goes any further. This property, this land, this home, this inheritance has your name written in spiritual ink. And though the hands of liars, cheaters, and hidden enemies tried to blot it out, I have said not so. This is why the angels have been hovering over you in recent days. This is why your dreams have felt strange. Why you've been sensing something unusual in your spirit. Because your soul is remembering the truth. It's been warned. It's being awakened. Because a spiritual attack is happening right now behind your back. Documents being altered, meetings being held, stories being rewritten. But no man, no woman, no demon has the authority to override my divine will. And my will is this. What is yours cannot be stolen. What I have given cannot be transferred by deception. They are wasting their efforts. For I will rise like a storm to defend what bears your name. You have been too trusting. You have given too much of yourself to people who pretended to care. They used kind words and false loyalty to get close to you. And once they gained access, they began to plot. They began to study you. They began to calculate ways to push you out quietly. But I watched every step. I heard every whisper. I saw every signature they tried to forge in the spirit. And now I am sending this warning because the moment is urgent. This is not a game. This is not a test. This is an emergency. Your name is under threat. Your legal right to something sacred is being challenged. And I, your God, will not allow it. Archangel Michael has been dispatched. His sword is drawn. His wings are spread. He has seen the ones who smiled in your face and signed your name off the page behind your back. But you must know this. They are about to be exposed. You will not have to fight them. You will not have to argue. You will not even have to confront them. I, the Lord, will speak. I, the Lord, will intervene. I will shift the atmosphere so violently in your favor that their lies will fall apart in their hands. I will cause legal errors to be revealed. I will cause overlooked documents to reappear. I will place divine confusion on every attempt to erase your place. They wanted the land. They wanted the power. They wanted the title. And they thought they could take it by pretending you didn't matter. But what they don't know is that I placed you there. Not man, not family, not blood, not money. I placed you there because you were meant to inherit, because you were chosen, because your hands were clean and your heart was pure. But they couldn't stand that. They couldn't accept your favor. So they plotted. And now they are racing against time, trying to remove your name before the truth comes out. But the truth is already coming. It's in motion. It's moving. It's flowing toward you like a wave. And no amount of deception can hold it back. Your spirit has been heavy. You've felt something off. You've wondered why certain people have become cold. Why certain conversations have shifted. That's because they're hiding something. But I, the Lord, am no longer allowing secrets. I am pulling back the veil. I am throwing light into the darkest places. This is spiritual warfare. And you must be alert. You must stay prayed up because the moment of exposure is close. The moment of divine justice is moving. The moment when everyone will see what they tried to do and how I stopped it. This will not be hidden. They will be ashamed. Not because you wished it, but because I willed it, because I am tired of seeing my children robbed in silence. The property in question is more than land. It is tied to generational blessings. It carries prophetic history. Someone in your family prayed over it. Someone sweat tears into it, and now they want to transfer it to someone with no reverence for its meaning. But I have put a block in the spirit. Heaven has locked the door to anyone trying to enter without your name in agreement. They may try to access it, but they will fail. They may try to build on it, but it will not prosper. Because the foundation is sacred and it responds to the truth, the ground itself will not agree with the liar. The land will not yield to thieves. You were written into this inheritance by heaven's hand. And no human hand can reverse it. But listen closely. The reason I'm speaking now is because you have a choice. You must not ignore this warning. You must not go quiet again. You must rise in prayer. You must declare what I've already spoken. Say this aloud. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No paper signed in darkness shall remove my name from what God gave me. No voice raised in secret shall stand against heaven's order. My inheritance is secured. My name is protected. My place is eternal. Keep saying this. Let your voice match mine. Speak with authority, because when your words align with mine, heaven moves faster. Angels respond. Locks break, documents reverse, and lies fall like ashes. There's a woman involved, a woman you once trusted. A woman who speaks with sweetness, but carries poison. She has been smiling while orchestrating your erasure. And though she calls herself innocent, her hands are covered in the ink of betrayal. But do not fear her. Do not confront her. I will deal with her myself. I will place her in situations where her actions will be revealed without your effort. I will cause people to speak unintentionally, exposing what she's done. You don't have to look for evidence. It's coming. And when it arrives, you will feel a mixture of relief and sadness. Because she played a long game, but it's over now. Her influence is breaking. Her mask is falling, and everyone will see what she did. Even the ones who doubted you. This is your confirmation. The message you've been asking me for. You didn't know what was happening, but your soul kept warning you. Now I'm revealing it. Now I'm clearing the confusion. Now I'm bringing the full picture to light. You were not paranoid. You were not imagining it. You were being spiritually prepared for war. And now the war is being won. But you must stay focused. Do not let the enemy distract you with small matters. Do not fall into arguments. Do not try to explain yourself. What's coming next will explain everything. What's coming next will shut every lying mouth. What's coming next will vindicate you. You will receive a call. You will receive an email. You will see something online. It may look like chaos, but it is confirmation. That's the sign. That's how you'll know that what was hidden is being brought into the light. But don't panic. Smile. Rejoice, because that means heaven has struck. That means the angels have executed the order. That means your name is being reprinted in divine ink. You are not being removed. You are being re-established. They tried to take it from you, but God gave it back. They tried to make you look unworthy, but God showed your worth. They tried to push you out quietly, but God is placing you at the center publicly. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. There are people who will apologize. But don't let their apologies distract you. Some will say they didn't know. Some will act innocent, but you don't owe them your energy. You owe your future your focus. What's ahead of you is greater than what they tried to destroy. What's ahead of you is a fresh start, a new space, a deeper blessing. And yes, this includes financial restoration because they tried to steal what had value. But I will restore it with increase. You will not just get back what was yours. You will gain more than they tried to take. That's divine justice. That's heaven's compensation. Be watchful. In the next few days, you will feel tension. You may feel emotional waves. That's not fear. That's your spirit aligning with the shift. Stay grounded. Stay close to me. Do not doubt. The work is already in motion. Your name is protected. Your voice is rising. Your favor is expanding. This is the moment you've been waiting for, the exposure, the reversal, the restoration, the revealing. What they meant for evil, I will use for good. What they plotted in secret, I will shout from the rooftops. They thought they had the last word. But I'm the first and the last. And I say it is done. It is blocked. It is broken. It is reversed. Archangel Michael is still here. He's not leaving until the job is done. His sword is drawn. His light is blinding. His presence is your defense. No attack shall prosper. No lie shall linger. No plan shall prevail because your name is written in the courts of heaven. And from heaven, no one can remove it. What's yours is returning. What was stolen is coming back sevenfold. And your enemies will witness it. They will watch the tables turn. They will see you rise in favor and wonder how it happened. But you'll know it was God. It was always God. And it is still God. The final seconds are fading. The 3 hours have almost passed and the air has shifted. You may not feel it in the natural, but something in the spirit realm just snapped. The countdown is complete. And now God is stepping fully into the situation. Not as a whisper, but as a storm. The silence is over. The waiting is done. Heaven has moved from warning to intervention. Because even though the trap was set and you came so close to falling into it, your heart still called out in those last moments and that cry reached the throne. Your spirit may feel tired. You may not know what's happening. You may be feeling overwhelmed, confused, or even emotionally exhausted. But don't let those feelings fool you. What you're feeling is the residue of a war that just ended in your favor. You were targeted. You were almost captured. But because of obedience, because of even one moment of surrender, heaven has begun an extraction. An angelic team has surrounded your life in this hour. And the woman who thought she would trap you now stands confused because something shifted. Something didn't go as she planned. Her words lost their power. Her influence weakened. Her access was blocked. That wasn't a coincidence. That was God stepping in. He saw your hesitation. He saw your struggle. He saw your tears. And even in your confusion, you paused. You stopped giving full trust. You began to doubt her just enough. And that doubt became faith. Faith that maybe God was really speaking. Faith that maybe that discomfort in your soul meant something. And that was enough. That was the door heaven needed. One crack in the wall. One flicker of awareness. One moment of humility, and that was all it took. Because the moment you wavered in your agreement with her energy, God tore open the spiritual fabric surrounding your life and made a decision on your behalf. Because even though you didn't fully walk away from her yet, heaven heard your spirit say, God, I don't know what's real anymore, but I want your will. And that cry changed everything. Because God doesn't wait for perfection. He waits for permission. And now that you gave him even a fraction of space to act, he is acting, powerfully, decisively. And this message is the manifestation of that act. The fact that you're still here, still reading, still being pulled deeper, it means the divine intervention is already in motion. God says, I am removing what was never supposed to be planted in your field. I am uprooting the influence she tried to spread. I am closing doors she tried to unlock. I am canceling words she tried to speak over your name in private. And I am sending confusion into the enemy's camp. They won't know what hit them. The trap was real. The danger was serious. But your spirit was stronger than you thought. Because even though you didn't see it all clearly, you sensed something was off. That sense was the Holy Spirit nudging you. That tension you felt, that hesitation in your gut, that was Archangel Michael pulling at your soul. He didn't need you to be perfect. He needed you to pause. And you did. And now the spirit that was about to invade your life is being bound in chains of fire. Because this wasn't just a physical threat. It was spiritual possession disguised as connection. She didn't just want your friendship. She wanted access to your spiritual gifts. She wanted your influence. She wanted your divine inheritance. She was envious. And that envy had turned into strategy. She watched your energy and tried to copy it. She pretended to want the same goals. She mimicked your voice. She inserted herself into your circles, but something never felt fully aligned. And now you know why. Because she wasn't drawn to your soul. She was drawn to your favor. She didn't want your friendship. She wanted your crown, but she cannot have it. Not anymore. Because God says, I've interrupted the transfer. I've broken the link. I've stopped the download. I've exposed her strategy. She will now begin to unravel. You won't have to argue. You won't have to explain. You won't have to fight in the natural. you will simply begin to see her fade. Her energy will no longer feel magnetic. Her influence will diminish. Her name will no longer sit comfortably in your mind. Conversations with her will feel strained. Messages from her will feel off. And slowly your spirit will detach. That is heaven's doing. Let it happen. This is the purification. This is the rewiring of your discernment. You had been doubting yourself because she confused your internal compass. She made you question your intuition. But now God is restoring that inner knowing. That sensitivity is coming back. Your sight is sharpening. The fog is lifting. And now you'll be able to see others with clarity, too. Because she wasn't the only one. She was just the boldest. There are others in your orbit who carry similar spirits. Jealousy, manipulation, spiritual flattery, and God is beginning a divine sweep. They will begin to expose themselves. Watch for it. Over the next few days, the masks will fall. The true colors will bleed through the layers, and you'll begin to understand just how serious this battle really was. You thought you were just having a weird season. You thought you were just tired. You thought you were confused. But what you were feeling was spiritual warfare disguised as fatigue. Your soul was fighting lies while your mind tried to make peace. But now that heaven has intervened, you're about to feel a lightness you haven't felt in years. The heaviness will begin to lift. The distractions will lose their grip. The emotional fog will dissolve. And the real you, the aligned, focused, powerful, prophetic you will re-emerge. God is restoring the version of you that existed before manipulation entered, before jealousy disguised itself as kindness, before deception sat at your table. You are returning to your essence. You are returning to purity. You are returning to truth. And with that return comes power. Not power over people, but power over your purpose. You will now make decisions with clarity. You will now attract only those who carry clean intentions. Your energy will become uncomfortable for liars. Your words will become sharp to pretenders, and your presence will convict every false spirit near you. Because heaven has now declared, your space is sacred, your calling is sacred, your peace is sacred, and anyone who violates that will be removed. And yes, this includes more than just her. There will be others who are silently watching you rise and trying to attach themselves to your journey. You will begin to feel a divine discomfort around them too. Don't ignore that. Don't doubt that. That is discernment sharpening. That is your new normal. You are not being paranoid. You are being protected. Let this message be your sign. Not just that you were in danger, but that you are now safe. God did not leave you. Archangel Michael never stopped fighting for you. Your ancestors have been praying in realms you cannot see. Your angels have been circling your name. The intercession has been fierce. But now the battle is tipping in your favor. The exposure is complete. The trap has been broken. The darkness is retreating. And now the light is flooding in. You may feel the need to cry. Let it out. Those are not just tears. They are remnants of the spiritual war. Every tear is a cleansing. Every shiver is a release. You are not breaking down. You are being reborn. Your spiritual DNA has changed. You've passed the test. You've survived the ambush. And now the reward begins. God says, you will now walk into rooms and see truth before anyone speaks. You will meet new people and know instantly if they're for you.